morning, everyone. Happy Easter Sunday morning here in Australia. Good evening, Easter Saturday, if you're on the other side of the world. It is 8:12, so I'm a little bit early. I'm going to draw another of these beautiful Bali blessing cards before we begin today. So the card that I chose was blessing. So blessing is something that helps you or brings happiness. A blessing can be the approval that allows or helps you to do something by words or deed. Interpretation, an early morning walk is a blessing for the whole day. By Henry David Thoreau. So let me know that you're there. Please remember to comment for me. I'm sort of in the dark here, sitting, talking to a computer screen, and it's just lovely to hear. And thank you to everyone that does comment, says good morning, or tells me a little bit about how they experienced the class afterwards. So please keep commenting. I love to hear from you, and I'd love to write back to you. Good morning, Lisa. Thank you for joining. What time do we have? It's 8:15. So we'll start the class. Others may catch up or might watch the rerun of it on Facebook. So today we're going to practice a metaphysical practice. Morning, Belinda and Deb. So yeah, the metaphysical yoga routine. Now, we haven't done a lot of full sun salutations in the class yet because I've been talking a lot about with us practicing on the boat, but I know a lot of you are at home as well, but still feel free to be on your knees with a rolled up blanket under it if you don't have the space to be reaching standing up, but I will stand up today. So today's practice, as I said, is going to be based on sun salutations, but also a metaphysical yoga practice where you hear these words: may I be peaceful, may I be filled with loving kindness, may I be well, may I be peaceful and at ease, may I be happy, and breathing in Om. Om. As you raise the arms up, you don't have to say it out loud, you can just breathe it into yourself as you inhale your breath. You're just saying the word Om long and deep as you come up. And this practice is really beautiful because we're actually, good morning Gwendolyn, good morning Galen, hi Nessa. This is also beautiful because we're sending loving kindness to ourselves, but we're also sending loving kindness to a spiritual leader, not necessarily someone in the church, just someone that you find spiritual. We're sending loving kindness to a family member or friend, we're sending loving kindness to a neutral person. So a neutral person can be anyone. Maybe you go and fill your car up at a service station at the same place every day or every week, and you see that person and you say hello to them, but you don't really know them. So that's just an example of a neutral person. Number 5 is a confrontational person. So someone that maybe you've had some unfortunate issue with, and but we're going to send some loving kindness to them to release whatever you're holding in your body, to release that and to forgive yourself and move forward. And then the final one is to send loving kindness to all beings everywhere. So let's just start sitting comfortably anywhere you choose first, and we'll just check in with our breath to ground down and become focused, and then we'll step into our sun salutations. So place the hands on the knees or at your heart center. Checking in with your inhalations and exhalations, close down the eyes. Take an inhalation in through the nose, feeling the cool sensations as you do. Let's send all breath out long and deep, pursing the lips, feeling that wind swirl in the back of the throat as you breathe the breath out, not forcefully, but deeply. Our Ujjayi breath. Take another long, deep inhalation in through the nose. Purse the lips and breathe all breath out long and deep. Relax the breath, relax the shoulders. One more of these, inhaling deeply through the nose. Pursing the lips and breathing all breath out deeply through the nose, through the mouth, creating those wind swirls long and deep, swirling in the back of the throat. Relax the breath, relax the shoulders. Let's set an intention for bringing you to your mat today. Breathe what you would like to receive out of the practice today within yourself, and exhale it out to the universe. Slowly open your eyes, become aware of your surroundings, and let's come to a standing position at the front of our mats. Toes are touching. Toes are touching, heels slightly apart, hands alongside the body. Remembering I'm teaching from beginners to advanced in these classes, so I'm always stepping you through. We're going to inhale in, saying, may I be filled with loving kindness, raising the arms up towards the sky. Exhale all breath out. Inhale in, saying, may I be well. Take yourself back into a high plank and lower down to the knees. Bring the forearms to the earth and move into your cobra pose, saying, may I be peaceful and at ease. Come up onto all fours and press back into your downward dog, bending the knees, walking the feet out, stepping them out, heel toe if you like for the first one today. Breathing in happiness and joy into your body. Take a few more breaths. Look forward between the hands and slowly walk forward or step forward. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Say, may I be happy. And then inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky, breathing in Om as you reach in. Om. You say it to yourself. Bringing the hands to the heart center. The second sun salutation is for a spiritual leader within your life. Find that person in your mind. Raising the arms down alongside the body. Inhale in, saying, may they be peaceful and at ease. Exhale all breath out, bending the knees, folding over the legs. Inhale in, saying, may they be peaceful and at ease. Or may they be well, my apologies, may they be well. Stepping back into all fours, lowering down to the earth, coming through like a lizard. Coming into your cobra pose, just gathering your elbows alongside the body, nice soft arch. May they be peaceful and at ease. And then come up onto all fours and press back into your downward facing dog. Breathing all breath out, sending happiness to them. Remembering to gather your elbows in. You can bend the knees if you need to. Remembering the hands are shoulder width distance apart, the feet are hip width distance apart. Look forward between the hands. Inhale, come up and say, may they be happy. As you exhale, fold over the legs, all breath comes out. Inhale on deep into the chest. Inhale deeply, raising the arms. Bring the hands together in prayer and all the way down to the heart. Moving into a family member or friend. Inhale, raising the arms up towards the sky. Think of a family member or friend that you would love to send loving kindness to. So inhaling, may they be filled with loving kindness. Exhale all breath out, fold over the legs. Inhale in, may they be well. Exhale, stepping back into all fours, lowering the chest down. You're coming through like the lizard and coming into your cobra pose. May they be peaceful and at ease. Sending breath back, breathing kindness to them, happiness to them, into your downward facing dog. Taking long, deep inhalations in through the nose, breathing breath out, pressing the heels towards the earth. One more breath, walk forward between the hands. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, may they be happy. Nice long spine, crown of the head forward. Exhale, all breath out. Inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky, breathing in Om, long and deep. Taking the hands to the heart center and all the way down to the heart. Taking the hands together in prayer all the way to the heart. The next person is a neutral person. So someone that you may have met that you don't really know. But you see them most days, or weekly, or monthly. Someone you met filling up your car with petrol. Someone you see in the supermarket that serves you when you shop. Hands alongside the body. Inhale, raise the arms up. May they be filled with loving kindness. Breathe it in. Fold over the legs. Exhale, all breath out. May they be peaceful and at ease. Hands onto the shins. Crown of the head forward. Stepping back into your high plank and dropping the knees. Lowering the body forward. Chin, chest, moving forward into your cobra pose. May they be peaceful and at ease.
Keep breathing, keep thinking of that person. Send all breath back into your downward facing dog. Sending happiness and joy to them. Keep breathing, keep smiling. Nice strong arms. The heels may not be down onto the mat. You might like your knees bent. Step or jump forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, may they be happy. Your neutral person, may they be happy. Exhale, all breath out. Then inhale, Om. Hands together in prayer. And bring the hands back down to the heart. We're doing sun salutations to a metaphysical practice. Our fifth person is a confrontational person. Now this person, I just allow you to think, to bring someone to your mind there that maybe you don't really want to, but there's someone in your life that you've had a confrontational episode with. So think of that person. Hands alongside the body. Inhale, raise. May they be filled with loving kindness. Exhale, all breath out. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, crown of the head forward. May they be well. Step back into your high plank or lower down, bringing the chin chest like a lizard through the arms, coming into your cobra. May they be peaceful and at ease. Remembering always to think about them, breathing kindness to them, happiness, stepping back into your downward facing dog. Breathe, relax, long and deep. Keep thinking of that person, sending them happiness, joy. Look forward between the hands, step or jump forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, crown of the head forward. Say, may they be happy. And then inhale, Om. Long, deep inhalation in, raising the arms up. Hands together in prayer. And bring them straight down the midline to the heart. Relax the breath. Remembering the toes are touching, heels are slightly apart, pubic bone is slightly tilted. So your final breathing in loving kindness is to all beings everywhere. So that's the animals on the planet, roaming the land, in the sea, all beings everywhere, all included. So allow the hands to fall down alongside the body into your Tadasana. Inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky. For all beings everywhere, may they be filled with loving kindness. Exhale, all breath out as you fold over the legs. You can bend the knees or have straight legs. Inhale into halfway lift. May all beings everywhere be well. Step back into your high plank or drop the knees. So this is high plank or drop the knees, coming through like the lizard, coming into your cobra. May all beings everywhere be peaceful and at ease. Send all breath out and step back into your downward facing dog, hands spread nice and wide. Breathe all breath out. Breathe loving kindness, breathe happiness to all beings everywhere. Relax your shoulders. Take a long, deep inhalation in through the nose, breathe all breath out. Look forward between the hands, step or jump forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. May all beings everywhere be happy. Exhale, all breath out as you fold over the legs. Sorry, I keep going off the screen a little bit there. Inhale. Breathe in Om. Long and deep. Om. Bring the hands together in prayer and all the way down to center, to the heart. Beautiful.
Now we're all nice and warm from those beautiful metaphysical practices. We're going to step the left foot back towards the back of the mat. We're going to go into triangle pose, Trikonasana, triangle pose. So make sure that the back foot's on a 45-degree angle, in line with the mat. The front leg is straight with a slight bend in the knee. I want you to start with the hands onto the hips. We're going to side tilt the pelvis over that right leg. And then we're just going to let the right hand fall to the shin. I want you to use your left hand on your left hip and open up towards the left. And then raise the left arm up towards the sky. Keep breathing, relaxing. Never rush too deeply into a pose. Even if you know you could maybe go a little deeper. Really try and press that right hip forward and left hip back. Feel the opening in the outer hip area or in the hip area. Feel the length in the legs. Lengthen the right calf muscle, hamstring. Inhale, lengthen, and maybe exhale. You can fold a little deeper, but you don't need to. One more breath, coming up slowly, placing the hands onto the hips. I'm going to step the left foot over towards the left side of the mat a little. I'm going to square the hips towards the front of the mat. We're going to move the torso forward and we're going to wrap our hands around the back, holding onto the wrists, the forearms, or in reverse prayer. Most of us will just be forearms or reverse prayer. And then fold torso in line with the earth. And step back a little. That's it. Keep smiling. So most of us are just going to have a nice long spine. We're going to be sending our right hip back and our left hip forward. Feel that length in the right calf muscle, hamstring. One more breath and allow the arms to float out shoulder height. And we're twisting, we're taking that left hand to the outside of the right ankle or shin, sweeping the right hand forward, rotating it up towards the sky as you watch it and gaze up at the right hand. Nice strong legs, only think about your breath, press the feet into the mat. If you fall out in any way, don't worry, just come back into it. One more breath. Bring the hands down to the earth and press back into your downward facing dog. So spread the fingers nice and wide, press the heels towards the earth. Not everyone is going to be like this. Remember, you can always bend the knees. You might still need to step the feet out. That's perfectly fine. Lower the head, but we're creating this beautiful inverted V. Step or jump forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, nice long spine, hands on the shins or the earth. Inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky. Hands together in prayer and move them all the way down to the heart. So stepping the right foot back this time to the back of the mat. Bringing the hands onto the hips and just lengthening through that front leg. So we're moving into Trikonasana, triangle pose on the other side. Now we're side tilting the pelvis just like you're tipping a teapot. You're tipping the body over that left leg. And then we're allowing the left hand to fall just below the knee. Keep the right hand on the right hip and open up towards the right. And then raise the right arm up towards the sky. Keep breathing, relaxing into the pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe fold a little deeper if you have that opening. Never force it. Remember, take that right hip back, that left hip forward to really receive the benefits of this pose.
We don't want to be collapsing over like this forward just to touch the earth, because you're not receiving the benefits of the pose, and yet, as you can see, I'm totally not looking like a triangle at all. One more breath, coming up slowly, hands onto the hips. We're going to step the right foot over towards the right side of the mat for forward facing triangle, squaring the hips towards the front. We're moving the hands forward, torso forward. We're wrapping our hands around the back, holding onto our wrists, our forearms, or reverse namaste, reverse prayer. And then we're exhaling, folding torso in line with the earth, but we're moving that right hip forward and left hip back. Keep breathing, relaxing. Breathe into where you're feeling the opening, into that left back leg, into the glute. Some of us may be able to fold a little deeper over the leg. If you'd like to do that, go for it. One more breath. Inhale, float the arms out shoulder height. And then we're twisting, taking the right hand to the outside of the left ankle. Sweep the left hand forward, watch the rotation there with the shoulder, and follow the arm up towards the sky and looking up at the left hand. Gentle squeeze of the organs. One more breath, coming out of the pose. You can bend the front knee slightly if you want. Hands onto the hips, step together, toes touching, knee heels slightly apart. Hands alongside the body. Inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold over the legs. For another sun salutation, inhale, come up into your halfway lift. Come back into your high plank. You can drop the knees to the earth if you like. Come with the chest onto the mat. Move the body forward, coming into your cobra pose. It's nice. Your hands and your elbows are squeezing in towards the rib cage. Gentle arch in the lower back, come into all fours, and press back into your downward facing dog. Keep breathing, relaxing. Notice the body is feeling very warm. Your heels may be a little closer to the earth. Make sure that your toes aren't touching. They're hip width distance apart. One more breath. And let's come to a seated position onto the mat. We're going to go into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So raise the knees up slightly, spread the fingers and press them behind you. Remembering if you have a strap, to use your strap or the belt, or a belt or even a t-shirt. You can use that to wrap it around the legs when we get to this stage. Use the fingertips to press the body forward, remembering the pelvis is rotating this way. We're keeping a nice long spine, we're breathing into the core, we've got a nice length in the spine as we fold over the legs. Release the hands, you can leave them behind you. When you're a beginner, that's a perfect place to be. Hold on to the ankles or the feet, or use your strap to move the body forward over the legs. Keep your long, deep inhalations and exhalations in. Remembering to keep that nice long spine. Folding as deep as the body allows, challenging yourself but being kind to your body. One more breath and coming up slowly, releasing the strap. And we're going to go into Adho Matsyendrasana pose, half spinal twist, leaving the left foot out where it is, left leg, bringing the right foot to the outside of the left knee, placing the right fingertips behind you. We're going to move the torso forward and wrap the left arm around the right knee. Or if you have more opening, you can have the elbow on the outside of the knee. Also, if you would like to sweep the left foot to the outside of the right hip, you can do that. But I want you, if you've done that, I want you to just press the hands into the earth, sit forward, move forward, and just sit over towards the left a little bit so you're ground down. So you don't have to do that. You can keep the legs straight. So if you're a little bit more advanced, you're familiar with this pose, so just go for it. And now if we're wrapping that arm around, we're turning from the belly, broadening through the chest and just looking over the right shoulder. Keep breathing, relaxing, squeezing. So we're really moving that right knee towards the midline of the body. So the left knee, the right knee is stacking. The left elbow, right shoulder, and head all in one line. One more breath, release out of the pose, changing sides. The right leg is out in front of us this time. The left foot's on the outside of the right knee. Left fingertips spread, place them far behind you. Spread the toes of the straight leg. If you're moving into the sweeping the right foot to the outside of the left hip, I want you to place both hands down onto the earth, sit forward and sit over to the right. That way you ground down the sit bones to the earth. You don't have to do that, remember. Everybody sweep forward, wrap the arm around the leg, left leg, or you can place the elbow on the outside. And we're turning from the belly, broadening through the chest, looking over the left shoulder. We're all going to look different. Some of us are going to be into the full expression of the pose. They're both full expressions, they're just ones that are going a little bit deeper. One more breath and come out of the pose. And I want you to lie down onto your back. And we're coming into crocodile pose. So stacking the forearms, right forearm, left forearm on top of each other. Just trying to get into the camera there properly. And we're lowering the forehead. We're nearly finished the practice today. So just relax and breathe. Remembering the legs are spread wider than the mat. Now leave the head where it is and just breathe deeply in for a count of 4 to 5 through the nose. Feel the belly expanding underneath you. And then breathe all breath out long and deep for a count of 5 to 6 or deeper. And relax the breath. One more of these. Breathe in deeply through the nose. Keep the smile on your dial. And then breathe all breath out, releasing, letting go. One more breath. Breathe in deeply, as long and as deep as your body allows. Expand the belly underneath you. And in your own time, breathe out long and deep. Let it go. Release a little more. Relax into the mat. One more breath. And then I want you to come up and I want you to press back into your child's pose. Toes touching, knees can be as wide as the mat. Hands out in front of you. Really walk. Let's just stay up high for the moment. Don't fold all the way to the earth. Walk those fingertips forward slowly, slowly, just like a spider walks forward, gently, gently. And I want you to press the sit bones back towards the back of the mat. And again, I know some of us are going to be up high. That's fine. And actually, that's a beautiful expression of the pose as well, feeling that opening in the outer hips and the legs. And then just relax the head. Relax the shoulders. You're not collapsing into the lower back. It's got a nice long spine. If you're up higher, maybe you want to try and move the buttocks forward a little bit more. Towards the heels. Everyone wants to sink in as deep as their body allows them to be. And relax the forehead onto the mat. One more breath and come up slowly. And let's lie down onto our back for our supine pigeon. So we're taking our right ankle and placing it just below the left knee. We're reaching through the gap we created and we're clasping on to the back of the leg. Our whole spine is releasing onto the mat. Remembering to spread both toes of the feet. So spread them out nice and wide, engaging the muscles of the legs. Use the right elbow onto the right leg to open up a little bit. Feel that outer hip opening. But today, if you're feeling this is day 6, if you're feeling, oh, I can feel that today, do you want to take it easy? Just take it easy, but do still challenge yourself, open the body. Press the tailbone down towards the mat. And relax the shoulders. Try not to bunch the shoulders up and breathe into the pose. We're only thinking about our breath, our inhalations and exhalations. We're keeping that happiness feeling, that peace, love and kindness. One more breath, then release the leg, changing sides. The left ankle's just below the right knee. We're reaching through the gap we created, holding on to the back of the leg, pressing the elbow into the leg, spreading both toes, using the hands to bring the right knee a little closer towards the chest and breathe into that outer hip area. Remembering only thinking about our breath, our inhalations in, sending it to that hip area. Breathing it in, sending some peace, love and kindness to that hip area. Outer thigh. Breathe, relax. One more breath, release out of the pose. Toes, bring the toes together for our supine Baddha Konasana. Wrapping the hands, you can move the body forward and wrap the hands around the feet. Remember, some of us are going to have our knees quite close in. That's perfectly fine. Some of us are going to have a lot more opening. We're going to have them out nice and wide. There's no judgment in yoga. We're all going to open at a different time. Pressing this tailbone down towards the mat and breathe into those inner groins. One more breath and swing the feet up towards the sky for happy baby pose. So holding on to the sides of the feet, pressing with the fingertips and moving, tracking those knees towards the armpits as the whole spine lengthens along the mat. Now this is the final pose today, allowing the feet to fall down towards the earth. Remember, if it's a little bit cool where you are, to get a blanket or a towel and place it over the body while you're resting in Shavasana pose, because your body will start to cool off now. Releasing the feet out, open towards the sides. The arms are out, the palms are up receptively. Just raise the head up off the mat and just make sure that when you drop it down, it's not off to the left or the right. It's all in one line. The whole neck and spine is nice and long. Relax the shoulder blades into the mat. Maybe lift the shoulders up and then allow them just to sink into the mat. Take a long, deep inhalation into the belly. Allow it to float up like a balloon inflates. And then send all breath out and allow that lower back to release into the mat a little more. Close down the eyes. If you had an eye pillow, you can place the eye pillow over your eyes. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Relax the jaw. Slightly part the lips. This is your time to receive everything you've just achieved in the practice. Feel the fingertips relaxed. The hands are heavy. The feet feel heavier. The legs, the arms, the whole back, the whole chest, the neck, the back of the head. The whole facial muscles relaxed. Sink a little deeper. One more breath and start to roll over onto the right side of your body. And just stay there for a moment. And then slowly make your way back to a seated position at the front of the mat. Sitting comfortably any way you choose, on a block or a blanket. Close down the eyes. Start to check in with your body and scan how it feels. If someone ever asks me, what does yoga give me? I always answer with, yoga makes me feel light, both physically and mentally. Let's check in with your intention you made at the beginning of the practice today. And let's send some gratitude to something, someone in nature. Thank you for joining me for our metaphysical yoga practice today. Have a beautiful Sunday or Saturday, wherever you are in the world. Bring the hands to the third eye and bow. Namaste. Never feel you have to rush up. Maybe sometimes after the practice you might want to lie back down and just stay in that zone for a little bit. Take care everyone. I'll see you again tomorrow at 8:15. Don't forget to comment to say that you joined or you followed the practice at a later time. I'd love to hear from you. And just on another note, I know some of you have ordered my yoga clothing. There is a sale on which ends in a couple of days' time on the 13th of April. So if you like the yoga clothing, take advantage of those. And with Easter and everything that's been going on in the world, I know that maybe some of you may not have received them yet, but hopefully they're there in the mail right after Easter. They're not very far away. Bye for now. They are on my website too. Thank you, Deb. Happy Easter. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you, Galen. Thank you, Anne. Hey, Nessa.